Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting news every single day. Today, we've got a story that's sending shockwaves through Detroit's offseason preparations. The unexpected release of rookie tight end Caden Prieskorn just weeks after minicamp. Yes, you heard that right. Prieskorn, the 198-meter, 111-kilogram former 7th-round grade prospect who had impressed so many analysts, has been cut loose to make room for fresh faces. Could this signal a dramatic shift in how the Lions are building their depth chart? Let's dive in. A few days ago, the Lions quietly announced Prieskorn's departure, prompting fans and pundits to scratch their heads. Colton Pouncey of The Athletic had pegged Prieskorn as one of the top undrafted free agents with a real shot at the 53-man roster, applauding his blocking prowess and strong hands. Yet the team decided to move on, and Jeremy Reisman of Pride of Detroit reported that Detroit has already signed 3 new players off the rookie minicamp: tight end Luke Deal, wide receiver Malik Taylor, and defensive lineman Raequan Williams. The roster now stands at 90 as the Lions ramp up for training camp, and Prieskorn's exit opens a door for these newcomers. So, why let go of someone scouts believed could stick? At 25 years old, soon to be 26, Prieskorn admittedly came in a bit older for a rookie. In the NFL world, youth often equals upside, and perhaps the coaching staff felt that investing reps in a younger tight end with greater athletic upside would pay dividends. Luke Deal, a 1.95-meter, 115-kilogram former Auburn captain, brings 6 years of college polish and a sterling 79.5 pass-blocking grade that ranked 7th nationally. His natural size and experience as a blocker fit the Lions' ground and pound ethos, and his leadership as a college captain suggests he could flourish in Detroit's tight end room. Meanwhile, Malik Taylor's addition cannot be overlooked. A seasoned NFL receiver with 5 years in the league, 28 appearances, 9 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown, Taylor has also carved out a niche on special teams. His veteran presence and familiarity with game speed reps could provide the Lions with an immediate boost in situational football. If Taylor can catch on quickly and contribute in 3-wide sets or on punt coverage, he may earn a spot on game day rosters where experience often trumps raw potential. Raequan Williams, the defensive lineman from 2020 draft pools, has bounced between 3 teams and logged 7 games. His combination of strength and technique along the interior could help bolster a Detroit defensive front that prides itself on piling up pressure. Williams reportedly impressed coaches with his pad level and hand usage during rookie drills, suggesting that he might come out of nowhere to challenge incumbents for snaps in camp. The sudden turnover in the tight end room raises intriguing questions. Sam Laporta, our breakout star with the 146 catches, 1,615 yards, and 17 touchdowns in 2 seasons, sits atop the depth chart. But behind him, the competition was always supposed to be fierce. Prieskorn's release may be less about his own shortcomings and more about the coaching staff's vision for a positional hierarchy built on youth and developmental trajectory. Imagine Laporta as the clear number 1, Deal as the chunky inline blocker on early downs, and Prieskorn's role passing to a more versatile pass-catching threat, one who can stretch the seam or align in the slot. That hypothetical player may emerge from the undrafted pool or from training camp surprises, but Prieskorn has seemingly paid the price. Yet there's another layer to this story: roster flexibility. By cutting Prieskorn, the Lions cleared a spot for Taylor and Williams, whose contracts arguably carry less risk than a 3rd-round pick with veteran salary aspirations. In an era where cap space and roster churn define success, Detroit may prefer to allocate game day activations to proven special teamers and multi-positional players rather than rookies who may need more seasoning. Could this decision foreshadow more upheaval? Fans are already speculating whether the Lions will target a veteran tight end in free agency or even swing a mid-round trade if camp competitions don't yield a clear number 2. Some insiders believe Detroit's brass is eyeing pass catchers with blocking chops, players like Pharaoh Brown or Logan Thomas, who can serve as a bridge until Luke Deal's collegiate dominance translates to the pros. Could the team pivot away from late-round developmental picks and accelerate its rebuild with established veterans? Only time will tell. As we prep for the first padded practices and the preseason opener, keep your eyes peeled on the tight end. Reps. Will Luke Deal flash the same high athleticism that turned heads at Auburn? Can Malik Taylor carve out a niche in the slot rotation or on special teams? And what about Raequan Williams? Will he unseat a veteran on the defensive line? Detroit's front office has clearly signaled a willingness to shake up the bottom half of the roster, and that restless energy could propel us to unexpected breakthroughs this fall. Stay tuned to Lions News Fan Report, because in just a few days we'll see how these moves play out on the practice field. Are we witnessing the emergence of a new core of role players who will carry us through a tough NFC North campaign? Or will the Lions revisit their free agent board once camp wraps? The answers lie ahead, and you won't want to miss a single rep. If you're as fired up about these roster shakeups as I am, hit that like button now, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and ring the bell, because we're about to dive into what comes next. With Sam Laporta locked in as our premier tight end, the real battle now lies in who fills that crucial number 2 and number 3 spots on the depth chart. Luke Deal's college blocking grades suggest he'll see early down snaps, but can he translate that to NFL speed? Picture Deal matching up against the league's top edge rushers. His pad level and leverage will be tested immediately. If he stands firm, Detroit's zone running game could blossom behind double tight end sets, forcing defenses to respect DeAndre Swift's cutback lanes and David Montgomery's inside power. But if Deal struggles to shed blocks or gets caught on stunts, the Lions may pivot to Malik Taylor or even turn to someone off the practice squad. Speaking of Taylor, his special teams resume could be the ticket to Week 1 action. The Lions' coverage units were middling last season, and Taylor's 5-year NFL experience, 9 career receptions isn't nothing, gives him a leg up. Imagine Taylor flying down the field on punt coverage, forcing muffed catches, or working the middle zone on kickoff return coverage. If he excels there, coaches often reward standout special teamers with offensive snaps in garbage time or in rotations on 3rd and long. That two-way versatility could keep Taylor in Detroit's plans even if he never catches another pass. On the defensive front, Raequan Williams must carve out a niche. Detroit's defensive line rotation is already crowded with veterans like Aleem, McNeil, and Austin Robertson. Williams has to show he can set the edge against the run, hold his ground on interior rush downs, and maybe even stunt inside to occasionally collapse the pocket on passing downs. If he flashes a sack or two in preseason, the Lions could reward him with a permanent roster spot, adding depth and rotational flexibility that will be vital over a 17-game grind. Now, let's crank up the speculation meter. What if none of these 3 newcomers stick? The NFL is littered with minicamp stars who never saw a regular season snap. In that scenario, Detroit would be forced to dip back into free agency or turn to veteran camp invites like Pharaoh Brown or Logan Thomas, both of whom blend blocking and pass catching. Brown's experience with the Bills and Thomas's 1,000-yard season at Washington show that proven commodities can solve depth crises overnight. It's possible the Lions are eyeing a late July signing if practice cuts don't yield a confident answer. From my vantage point as a lifelong Lions supporter, I'm thrilled by the aggressive roster churn. It shows Matt Patricia's mistakes. Of old, sticking with underperforming vets, are being abandoned. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are signaling zero tolerance for mediocrity, even at the cost of youthful experimentation. That fearless approach fits our franchise's identity: bold, unpredictable, and willing to cut ties to chase immediate improvement. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Who among our new signees do you trust most? Can Luke Deal anchor that coveted number 2 spot? Will Malik Taylor's special teams prowess earn him a roster place? Or do you see the Lions circling back for a veteran? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I can't wait to read your takes. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep roaring, keep believing, and as always, go Lions!